We're at a kind of a mixed bag with the summer crops right now. In certain areas that have been a little kinder, that have gotten the timely rains, that things have kind of come together. Summer crops look great because we have this nice heat. It's been kind of humid. It's not a really dry, hot. It's a nice humid heat, which these summer crops love if you have the moisture. Some of our areas, a bulk majority of a lot of our milo producing areas and some of our soybean producing areas, unfortunately just haven't caught the rains. It's literally been, are you a mile here, are you a mile there, as to say, you know, how good the summer crops look this year. And a lot of the issues we're struggling with right now are because of what the foundation that was laid in April. You know, anything that was in that April-May time period that we planted, more than likely those are the kind of summer crops that are struggling right now because they have very shallow root systems. That very shallow root system is okay if it keeps raining. However, it's that very shallow rooting system that's getting us with a double edge. So anything that was planted from our milo to our soybeans that was held through those rainy periods in April and May, they're probably struggling if they haven't hit those rainfall. The later planting that didn't struggle through that really rainy period seems to be progressing a lot better than some of our crops that kind of sat through that and had to deal with that because of that shallow rooting system that they have. The fortunate thing for us is the yields look to be there. The unfortunate thing is the price doesn't seem to be matching those yields. So we look to be pretty good agronomically from a farm production standpoint. It might be a little cross because of the price. For some of our milo and some of those other things, typically planted a little farther west, which has gone through that more prolonged drought period. And I know we look at the drought monitor index and the mesonet. Sometimes that just doesn't tell the story of how droughty some of these crops are. We just need a little bit more rain and we need these 100-degree days to start trailing off on ourselves. So this was a year because we were so wet and we were so cool coming out of our winter crops and into our summer crops. We said chinch bugs might not be an issue this year, and we're starting to get chinch bugs in really massively. So look for a lot of lodging, a lot of sorghum on the ground because the chinch bugs, what they do is they go in and weaken that stalk, and then with any sort of wind or any sort of poor conditions, like a good rainstorm comes through, it'll push everything on the ground. We're starting to see charcoal rot come in really heavily this year, and we're starting to see soybeans come with the same thing. And so growers can be able to see a lot of that from the road. They'll be able to see things maturing and drying down probably 2 to 3 weeks faster than you would expect that to be. If they get a black, almost weathered appearance to that inner stem, that's charcoal rot. That just means that we need to address those fields sooner with the combine because there's still some good grain to that. Does not affect grain yield typically to a degree some other diseases will. It just makes it to where it won't stand on itself. And so we need to get the combines through those fields very quickly if we want to recover anything.